Friends, hello, good evening, good day, wherever you are and find this video. Let's talk about Barnes & Noble stock, what's going on here. So obviously, I honestly wasn't going to talk about this again. I wasn't going to talk about Barnes & Noble again. I was just kind of going to be done with it because I don't know how much more is left in the fuel tank with it. But I'll kind of just give my 2 cents because I've gotten so many comments about it. And hopefully this kind of just wraps it up. But here's where I'm at with the Barnes & Noble thing. Obviously, meme stocks are taking over still. And this week in the market, we've already lost Monday, holiday, Memorial Day, so it's done. This week in the market will probably be a little rough due to some reports coming out. There's another inflation report, CPI, I can't, there's a few of them, but, you know, Mr. Powell is going to be talking this week, and it's not going to be good news. Let's just be honest here. Unless you're just like listening to the Biden administration, then you're obviously not hearing the real thing here. So with this week in Barnes & Noble, obviously has turned into a meme stock. Nothing bad with saying that, but will it make people money again this week? You know, what we gained, we lost. And what we've seen with that, it's kind of left this open door right now with the question of, is Barnes & Noble going to run again? Can it run again? You know, we pretty much, where the attention started to get noticed, where we like really started to talk about Barnes & Noble here, was when it went to 45 cents here. And then that's when people were going like, oh, and that's when like FIE was really doing something that, you know, GameStop, AMC had kind of ended, even though that was kind of a little different situation. But I still think we're going to see meme stocks we're just going to see stocks like this be attacked here by these investors or just gamblers, whatever you want to call it. But either way, you're going to see these pump and dumps start to take up a lot more of the algorithm here in the market. So with Barnes & Noble here, you know, what we gained, we lost. We're back right under 60 cents. And we ended last Friday with decent volume in it and a lot of traded hands. You know, the stock hit $1.13 at the highest open market. The question is, you know, it ended right in this middle spot where we could go either way. I don't want to say that it's not going to do nothing. Barnes & Noble's reported a decent earnings, and I say decent just because it wasn't as bad as it was expected to be. So that kind of helped the stock a little bit, but it got attention too just from day traders and, you know, people trying to pump it. What we're looking at more than none, Barnes & Noble is definitely going into this meme stock category because, and I'm just going to call it that because it's in part of these companies now that are just potentially, you know, the next 10 years, we're not going to know what a Barnes & Noble is. Our kids are not going to know what a Barnes & Noble is. You know, it's just not going to exist. Anybody remember Borders? That's what I thought. Borders. If you're a millennial, you hung out at Borders. But here we are now, and, you know, we've got AMC, we've got GameStop. Obviously, there's still a huge army of people that believe that a lot more is going to happen there. I'm not saying it's not. It definitely could. The market loves to trick. I don't want to say the market loves to trick people, but, you know, the group of people that are behind that love to trick the market. So with that, there's all these other little shoots, these off-stock shoots that could potentially shoot up and continue to shoot up. You know, FIE, I said this last week, I think it's pretty much done. It's been squeezed so much, I don't think there's much left in that. So saying that, Barnes & Noble is still in this kind of sweet spot where it wouldn't take a whole lot to get it going again. And with it being a company that more than likely is entering that meme stock category because it's a company that's probably not going to be around the next 5-10 years, we could probably potentially see it get pushed here more than not. The question is it going to be this week or is it going to be later on down the road? The dangerous part with this situation right now for you, if you're plowing money into it, here's what you need to be aware of, what hopefully other people are saying. I don't know if they are, but, you know, it does leave room for Barnes & Nobles to have a reverse split because the stock, you know, a stock has to hit $1, remain $1 for 10 consecutive days on the market, above $1 on the market, to not have a reverse split. And then some companies, they go, you know what, just to benefit the health of the stock, we're going to do a reverse split regardless. Companies do that all the time when their stock is really struggling, like Barnes and Noble. I'm just a guy with a YouTube channel, so I mean, I'm not going to tell you to put your money in it or whatever. I think you just have to be willing to either gain a lot or lose a lot with this situation. I think Tuesday will really tell us how the market's going to react here with a lot of things. What are these meme stocks going to start off pretty heavy this week? Or are they going to take some time to build up? And what's going to be the next meme stock to get really attacked here? Could it be Barnes and Noble? Is this just the beginning stages of it getting going? You know, with that being said, I think if we see Barnes and Noble go back to a 70-cent mark here, I think it would be telling us more than not, yes, we're seeing it start to be built up again. If we hit 70, I think that's a good indication. Okay, something's going on here. We're seeing, because honestly, it shouldn't even be going to 70. The stock, more than likely at this point, should be going into a reverse split. It's in trouble. The company's in trouble from what really they should be. That's the only thing I can find positive with it. If it goes to 60, 70, it's got to at least hit a 70-cent mark here. I'm talking about 70 cents, not $70, 70 cents. So with 70 cents, we could possibly see it swing up to $1, but it's got to hit 70 cents to really show some life in it. And I think that will really show something. But it's just happening on this basis of it's being pushed. This is not a long-term play. So understand, this is in and out. Get your money, take your profit, and get out of Dodge. Don't get greedy. Very dangerous play right now with this, because more than likely, it's going to get used and abused like it is right now. And when it's done, and they're probably going to take a reverse split. We saw that happen with every other meme stock. So that's not saying anything mean or anything like that. That's just how these things work. If you've watched, you know. So main thing to say is just don't get greedy. Take profit where there's profit. Be happy with it, and watch it. Kind of watch the dust settle and see what's going to happen. So to say another thing, friends, let me know. I don't talk about crypto a lot on this channel, but I do put money into crypto, and obviously I talk about stocks mostly. The stocks are where my heart is, and that's what I really love investing into. Stocks, companies that are doing well and changing the world. It's fun to be a part of that. But I also invest a lot in cryptos, and I am really honestly depending on crypto, this next crypto bull market, quite a bit to really do something. So with that being said, if people want me to talk about crypto, let me know. But usually what I see is people that talk about stocks, they don't want to talk about crypto, and people that talk about crypto, they don't want to talk about stocks. I think it's insane to not invest in both of them. But I just don't do it. And I'm not like one of these crypto gurus whatsoever. I know what I know, and I put money where I put money. But it's kind of my philosophy with the easiest way I can explain it. Waiting on the next big bull run for this crypto market and the stock market as well. I think there's going to be a lot of... I think this next bull market, whenever we see it, probably going into next year, I think we're going to see people become millionaires. I think we're going to see people become rich. If they're patient, they put their money in the right places, I think they could potentially really change their lives. So I don't know, I just wanted to throw that out there. I get a lot of different comments about talk about this, talk about that. So hopefully that entertains someone. Friends, tomorrow is Tuesday. Let's see what this market does. Like I said, it could be a bit of a hard week in the market. It could be a little difficult. We'll see what happens here. But friends, with all that said, take care of yourself, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye, everyone.